Hi there, Professor Chris here. Thank you for joining us for another video from TARMA, that's Threat Assessment Risk Mitigation Advisors. Today we're going to be looking at banking, credit card, and online account scams. So, what happens in these is scammers will send emails or text messages, some kind of notification, SMS messages, whatever, that appear to be from your bank or a company that you work closely with regarding money. Any kind of online payment service like Zelle or Cash App or anything like that. Even any kinds of apps where you can pay someone money, but that's not its only function, like Facebook Pay, PayPal, stuff like that. So, what they'll do is they'll claim that there's something wrong with the account and they will request that you verify your information. They'll have you go to a website that looks, for all intents and purposes, real. But if you take a second to look at it, you'll notice that there's no depth to it. A lot of those are just quickly thrown together because if you think about it, these guys get busted every day, right? So they got to start a new scam. So they're not going to put a lot of time into whatever they're doing unless it's a long con. Then they put the work into it. But those are usually the ones that are the big money. Another way that they steal credit card or other financial information is taking a skimmer and putting it on top of an ATM or EFT POS machine, which is electronic funds transfer point of sale. So anywhere you can swipe or enter your card. And you don't even realize it's there unless you're really familiar with the equipment, which is unlikely. There's really no way to know that it's there unless you really, really look for it. In some cases, they even set up a camera. They could either hack the camera on the ATM or they can set up their own camera because, cameras nowadays can be itty bitty. So they could set up their own camera to capture your PIN. And then once they get your card, they skim the information from the magnetic strip. Then they can create copies of it and go out and spend money on your account. So, once again, to protect yourself, text the word stop to unwanted messages, block numbers whenever possible, and unsubscribe a lot. Anytime you click on something, make sure there isn't any kind of teeny tiny little print that says that, after such and such a time that you're going to have to pay money for something. There are so many different ways that people steal from people. It's ridiculous. Remember that banks don't email questions asking for personal information, passwords, PINs, date of birth, social security number, anything like that. Make sure you exercise extreme caution when giving out your phone number. Don't ever click on an attachment that's inside an email because it's clickbait and probably filled with malware, so they can come in and hack your system. If someone's trying to force you to make financial decisions, get a second opinion. Be extremely wary of any kind of low risk, high reward money earning scheme. Also, remember, you never have to pay to claim a prize. And if there is a prize to be won, make sure you actually entered it in the first place. This goes without saying, but don't ever send money to anyone you don't know or trust. Only invest money with licensed individuals. Typically, their license number will be on their business card. Obviously, never keep your PIN and your card together. Protect your identity, okay? Remember that your personal details are like cash. leave them laying around. Somebody's going to snag them up and use them. Always make sure you use the cross-cut shredder, because it cuts up the pieces in little itty bitty strips instead of the ones that you can put back together with Scotch tape. Check your credit report regularly to make sure that nobody's out there spending money on your account. Make sure your virus protection for your computer and your tech at home is up to date. Make sure you do all your financial work at home and on secure computers. And anytime you catch a spam email, just send it right to the spam box. Don't open it or click on any links inside of it. So that's it for this particular banking, credit card, and online scams video. Thank you so much for joining me. Please take care of yourselves. Look out for all of this stuff and more. Every 3 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity theft. So please be careful. Until next time, this is Chris from Tarma.